degrees.
How are we looking at the bus stop this morning?
It's a little chilly for sure. It's not as cold as yesterday. Yesterday, the babies looked like the Michelin Man.
Yeah.
Bundled up. It was in the teens for feel-like temperatures. This morning, it feels like the mid-30s in most locations, so not nearly as cold. Here's how we're shaping up across Oklahoma for the bus stoppers. We're in the 40s. We've got a south breeze. Wind chill is much colder. And guys, we are talking about, of course, we'll get back to that breaking news and that fire in just a moment. As far as what's happening, partly cloudy skies, 54 degrees, 62 by 3 o'clock. And we will see a lot of sunshine with that south wind coming in, but then the cold front hits and it's going to be so much colder tomorrow. Today, 62 degrees. We will see some clearing because the cloud covered this morning. And then tomorrow, 36. That is your maximum wind chill. In the afternoon, as warm as it's going to feel like, that right there, significantly colder. There is Arctic air to the north, and that is blasting to the south. We're 20 degrees below zero. That's the air temperature up into Canada, and that is pushing down to the south. We've got a couple cold fronts. The leading edge of the cold air actually arrives in Oklahoma County coming up about 1 o'clock this afternoon. The real cold stuff filters through in the day tomorrow. It won't be that cold once it gets to Oklahoma, and it kind of moves out pretty quickly. We're also watching, and why it's not going to be as cold in Oklahoma, the southern branch of the jet stream bringing moisture and that southerly breeze up over Texas into Oklahoma, filtering through some clouds, also bringing some showers. So we do have some rain ongoing once you get south of the border, and a few sprinkles starting to develop right in our far southern counties, back over to Lake Texoma, over to Ardmore, and that area will kind of fill in, but stay to the south as we go through the morning. So chances are right the highest down to the south from Durant to Idabel, 20% chance in Ardmore. Across the region on our Lucky Star Sky Cam network, that was our Chickasha cam. Jed has an accident there. We'll figure out exactly where. Jed, where is that accident?
Yeah, Northwest Expressway, Hefner Parkway.
Northwest Expressway and Lake Hefner Parkway. So that is what's going on there. We'll get to Jed with traffic in just a minute. So we know we've got those two breaking news scenes right now. 37 is the current temperature at Will Rogers, 41 in Edmond, 43 in Arcadia, 44 in Choctaw, 30s and 40s, and there's the cold front making its way in. The leading edge, it's not significantly colder behind this one. Again, the cold air moves in tonight, but winds are out of the south. They're about 10 to 20, and what that's doing is it's creating a bit of a wind chill, so you want that layer to put that barrier between you and the wind. 30s and 40s is what it feels like this morning. We'll be back up to 49 by 3 o'clock, 58 by noon, and we'll see highs today in the 60s, above normal, warmer than yesterday. It'll feel pretty nice, and ahead of the front, even some mid-upper 60s in south central Oklahoma, 68 in Pauls Valley today, and cooler to the south where you'll keep those rain opportunities in the forecast. There's the jet stream coming right over Russia, right over the North Pole and down into the northern plains where it's staying bitterly cold. By the way, more lake effect snow going on around those Great Lakes states. But for us, the moisture is lacking. We're going on 15 days without rain across Oklahoma. Now, we'll have some sprinkles today, another opportunity coming up into the weekend, but you notice over the next 7 days, the most of the measurable precip stays in Texas, far southeast Oklahoma, down into Louisiana. Tonight will be a quiet night. Temperatures fall into the low 30s, so it'll be cold for your Thursday morning. Lows in the 20s in northern Oklahoma, and then highs tomorrow only in the 30s and low 40s. Now, the thing is, the north wind stays up tomorrow. That means you start the day in the teens, and then wind chills will be in the 20s and 30s. By the afternoon, we try to make it to about 36 degrees for a maximum feel-like temperature. It may stay feeling like the 20s in northeast Oklahoma tomorrow. I just want you to be prepared because this is a wild ride. This time of year, you really got to stay plugged in before you head out in the morning because the temperatures vary greatly in a 24-hour period. 40s and 50s coming up for your Friday, and your 9-day forecast, we'll see 56 on Saturday, 60 Sunday, clouds roll in, 20% chance of a shower on Sunday, maybe a couple sprinkles, and then next week a cold front moves in and cools us off. Add that to your cart.
Instantly, right?
As you're doing your shopping.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Okay, I love
what
that.
An awesome
Thank you
tip.
so much for being here. Yeah.
All right, today, guys, we are feeling more and more, not so much like December, much more like October as temperatures warm into the 60s, so a little above average. We will see highs today into the 60s quickly before the front arrives, and then tomorrow, these will be the feel-like temperatures, so shifting gears on you real quickly. We call it weather whiplash. It's a wild ride, and this is what we do in Oklahoma as far as the weather is concerned. The maximum wind chill tomorrow will be in the 30s. There's a cold blast coming. Now, the really cold air, the Arctic air is locked up over Canada, but coming further south, we're seeing some of that come down into the northern plains along the Great Lakes area, where we've been talking about and showing you the video of the lake effect snow that's been happening along the Great Lakes, which they get every year, but it's sure been extreme over the last several days. Meanwhile, down to the south of Oklahoma, some showers, some cloud cover ongoing. The bulk of the rain will stay in Texas, but some of our southeastern counties getting in on that. The front is arriving and the stronger front is behind it, coming through North Dakota. Speaking of the snow, these numbers are wild, very localized when you get lake effect snow. And these areas are pretty used to that, but it's a whole different world than what we get in Oklahoma. They get so much snow coming off of the Great Lakes, and the moisture intensifies those snowfall rates. They got to constantly clear their roofs. There have been roofs collapse in and around the Buffalo, New York area. 40 to 60 to 70 plus inches of snow. And this is just in the last week, with more coming today. Just south of Buffalo, New York, some totals of 77 inches, over 6.5 feet of snow has fallen in those areas. Isn't that wild? Would be crazy to see, and more coming. Meanwhile, we've got 60s today, rain going on down to the south, no winter weather right now. A few sprinkles south of Ardmore, right along the Red River, trying to get a little light rain to firm up near Pulse Valley, north of Sulphur, back up to Ada and Kiowa, all lifting to the north, but going to stay out of OKC the way it looks. Just a chance for some spotty sprinkles. Skies still have some sunshine in them, mostly clear in Oklahoma City. And this is a live look in Chickasha. The winds are up out of the south. Even though we're in the 50s, it feels a little cooler. There's the actual cold front. Behind it, low 40s. Already some low 50s down to the south with kind of a warming south wind. Winds are 10 to 20. Highs today will be in the 50s and the low 60s. Some mid 60s right along that front. And then temps drop this evening pretty rapidly. So enjoy it today. Kind of zooming in, showing you El Reno. You're heading to 61, 63 in Arcadia, 63 in Tinker, 64 at Wellston. We'll see a 100% chance of rain, but showers, light rain, coming up from Durant over to Idabel as we head into the evening. Temperatures currently in those 40s and the 50s, and the wind chill, not a major factor. So as you head out, it's not extreme. It's going to be a whole lot colder tomorrow. That will all be a factor as we head into your Thursday. We're looking at the jet stream pattern. I just want to step out of the way and show you that the southern branch kind of creeping into Texas, coming into Oklahoma, and then watch how the jet stream is literally coming over the northern pole, over the Arctic Circle from Russia, over Canada, down into the plains. That is tapping into some of the coldest air. That's why they're seeing the winter weather to our north. But it modifies by the time it gets to Oklahoma. And with the storm systems coming across that we have, they're kind of moisture starved. So while we'll have a slight chance of rain coming in this weekend, maybe early next week, right now it does not look to be big moisture providers, which a lot of folks desperately needing the rain this time of year. And especially, we've already gone 15 days without a drop of rain across Oklahoma. Until this morning, getting some showers to the south. Over the next 7 days, could pick up an inch in the southeast. The bulk of the rain staying down in Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, and even maybe some severe weather heading into next week in that portion of the country. For Oklahoma tonight, we're into the low 30s. It's going to be a cold one tomorrow, 20s to the north. Highs for tomorrow will be in the 30s and 40s. The wind chill tomorrow morning, teens and low 20s, and the maximum tomorrow afternoon in the mid and upper 30s. So it's going to be a cold one heading into your Thursday. For your Friday, we're back up to near 50 degrees. We'll see 50s turn to 60s this weekend. Slight chance of showers, some clouds roll in, and a stronger front moves in.